This video will assist students in the Graduate Social Work program in searching the EBSCO databases for articles on social work, about social work. To begin, you begin at the library's home screen. If you're not here, you can go to any UNCP page, click Quick Links, scroll down, click Library, and it will bring you here. Now, to get to our resources, click Go to Mary Livermore Library's Resources, and it will bring you to this page. From this page, click Find a Database, and this will bring up an A to Z listing of all of our databases. To locate only social work databases, click All Subjects, scroll down, and you can select Social Work, and it will bring you to this A to Z database page for social works. Notice here we have best bets. These are librarian selected. So typically the one I begin with the EBSCO company, our Social Index collection here at the bottom. If you click it, the database, it will open. If you're offsite, this is where it will open up and ask you for a username and password, and that's your Canvas username and password. Excuse me. Now, to add in other databases we get from this company, click here on the title. As you see, it says we're searching social work abstracts and one other. That one other is Social Index. Now, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you see these are selected. Now, typically when I'm searching for social work data, information on social work articles, I consider my population, what I'm looking for, because that will also help me select other databases. Because as you see, we have one here for education. So if you're doing education social work, you would include that. Anything with children, usually I include that one. If I scroll up, there is another one called ERIC, which is another education database. I typically select it. I also typically select Academic Search Ultimate because it is a good general database. And if I'm dealing anything with behavior, I also click on Psych Info and Psych Articles. Now I'll click Select, and I am actually searching all those databases at one time. I'm searching a total of 7. And now it's just a matter of putting in the keywords that describe your topic. Usually that is some type of social issue plus a population and then some kind of intervention. Let's take a look at poverty. And it helps if I put the cursor in the field, poverty. Now notice it brought up some suggested terms. Poverty or low income or low socioeconomic or disadvantaged. I can select those. Now typically I would add a population that you're looking at. Let me do ethnic or ethnicity. And I can use the asterisk and it will bring up other suggestions here. And probably I'm going to go ahead and not type anything in except do or racial or race like that. And then in my final box, I'm going to do intervene with an asterisk again, or strategies or best practice. I might click there. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on search. And see, I've got 15,000 items. Now here's where I will begin to limit my articles down. First off, for any graduate program, I will click on peer reviewed, and that will take that 15,000 down to 12. And usually at this point in time, I might look through here to see some of my terms. You see some of them are bolded here in the subject fields. If they're in my article title, they're highlighted. So I can scroll through and see those. Now, since I have some idea, I may want to narrow these down further. And I will do that by clicking up here where it says All Filters and scrolling over here. If you need things published within a certain date, here's publication date. I can click it. It has these limits: past year, 5 years, 10 years, custom range. If you want to do a custom range, click on it. And I can just type in my dates. I'm going to do 01, say 2016. I'm going to do the last 8 years. And for my close date, I'm going to do December 31st, 2024. Click apply, and that will take those down probably by half. I'm going back to apply all filters, and this time I'm going to click where it says subject thesaurus term. And notice I have several terms here that sort of look like what I search, what I put in. And usually I open it up just to see. Okay. So I can click on poverty, socioeconomic factors, and I saw one down here, income. Now what I'm going to do is click on update selections and then apply, and it'll look for those subject terms within my results. See, I'm down to 955. Now I'm going to go back because I saw some subject terms related to ethnicity. Go back to subject thesaurus terms. I have race, I have ethnic groups, I have black people, I have racism, I have Hispanic Americans, I have minorities. Now, in all likelihood, I'm stopping here with these. But if I scroll down here, this can maybe give you also other ideas of other terms to look at. We'll click update selections and apply. And I'm down to 488. And from here, I may go back, or I may just take a look at what I've got and pick my articles. And one of the ways I typically pick my articles is I look at these subject terms, and you see I can click here to show more, and I also look at the abstract. Typically, I'll look at the abstract by clicking here where it says show more, because this opens up my abstract, and in my terms that I searched are bolded. I can also click here on the title, and it'll open up an expanded view of the record, except my terms in the abstract will not be bolded. Now let's say if I want this article, it'll have access options. Notice this one says full text at UNC Pembroke. That means this article is not available in this database, but if I click here, it will go into Primo to see if we have it. Now see, it says view PDF here, so we have it. Now what I would do is open this PDF up and download it, and I would have it. It may allow you to email it there. Out of this database, I do not know, but I can, again, that's the way I would have it. Now, some of these other access options may list PDF or HTML, meaning it is available full text. And what I can do to temporarily save this article is click here on this little save ribbon. And notice it will ask me if I want to sign in to save my items for a longer term. And if I want to, that is, I'll click up here on my EBSCO host, and you can create an account inside the database to save your items or to save your searches. Now, if I don't want to do that, I can continue going down here and put items into this other folder here, because my saved items will go into this folder temporarily as long as I have this tab open. And I'm just clicking on a few. Now, once I have my items, I can go over here to my save folder, and here are my items. If I want to email them or save them, I can click here on my tools on my three dots, and I can share them. This is the way I can upload them to Google Drive or OneDrive, or I can click here to email them, and you just need to add your email address. Also under tools is your citation feature. And again, here it is. Now, I happen to know, even though I selected APA, this APA form is incorrect. Usually in APA articles, only the first letter of the first word is a capital letter. Everything else is lowercase, except for proper nouns and anything after, and the first letter after a colon. So I would need to correct this. Never trust citations you get from a database. Always verify it. Now, if I want this article, I have to copy and paste it. EBSCO used to send those citations with the email. If you emailed items to yourself, they no longer do that. Also, probably because with people uploading them to Google Drive or OneDrive, you can't upload them from that screen. So you can copy and paste into a Word document and save that Word document. That's what I would do. I'm going to close that. So those are my saved items. Now notice up here, if I wanted to export, this is exporting them into a different type program, like RefWorks, some bibliographic citation manager. So since I don't have any of those, I don't want to do that. I can download my items though, if I want to, in PDF or Word, download them all at one time. But notice from here out to email, I would have to, and site, I would have to go to the individual tools. Now that's about all I have for the EBSCO databases. Let me give you one other piece of information, and I am going to go back to the library's homepage. One of the best things if you're having problems is to contact somebody to get assistance. One way to do that is to click here where it says Contact Us. And if you scroll down, this is my contact information. You can email me or phone me, and I can give you assistance. If you email me, typically and email me what you're researching, typically I will provide you with step-by-step instructions of locating articles. I will also include keywords that I use to find those articles, and I will probably send you a few articles with that. And when I say I will include the steps, that also includes whatever limits I use. And so you can trace back my steps if need be, or if you decide your topic I've took it in a way you didn't want to go, you can adjust that and do your searches. That is one way to contact us. Now I'm going to go back again and go to Mary Livermore Library Resources. Here we have Chat with a Librarian. If our chat service is up, and you see when I'm doing this, chat is offline, so you cannot get help that way. But it also gives you the contact number for the phone number for the reference desk, also an email. So you can do either. And that same information is listed here under Contact Us. Reference Services Desk, Reference Desk, and the phone number. Another option is to book a librarian, and this is where you could get one-on-one help with a librarian. You can do this face-to-face or online. Now, that's the good news. Bad news is most librarians only work till 5. So if you need assistance after 5, email me, and maybe we can see about making an appointment sometime after 5. That's something we have to be worked out. But still know this, that help is available. And that is all I have. So now I'm going to wish you good researching and have a nice day.